G'day guys, how you been? Welcome back to 4th Gen Renovation. Today we're going to be building a front door and 4 pocket doors.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends.
This 150 by 38 timber needs to be cut down to 130. So I'm going to rip all my stiles down and we can get on to the next job. Okay, so now that I've ripped them down to their width, I've got to surface them. Where all these joins are, it's uneven. So to get, when I join all the components of the door together, to get them nice and flush, I need to start off with everything the same thickness. So I'm going to take, they started off at 38mm, I'm going to take a mil off either side to 36, and then I'll sand them down and finish at 34 later on. Alright, so I've got some of the rails cut. I've just got to cut up 4 more rails and then we can look at putting it together.
Let me know, do you feel me too? Let it show. We've been on and off in
Right guys, now to get that arch in there, I've made up a jig out of MDF, the exact width and the exact finished size that I want. I've made sure that's nice and smooth with no bumps. I cut it out on the bandsaw and then I sanded it with a belt sander just to make sure when you run your hand along there, there's no unevenness. So then you lay it on there, trace that out, and then cut it out on the bandsaw and flush it off with a router. So I'll take these over and I'll cut them on the bandsaw and show you that process, and then we'll route them. Okay, so I've got my router and I've got my flush cutter in it. So it's a straight cutter with a bearing, and I just need to run around there, set the bearing up in the right place, and it will follow that MDF jig. Before I do though, I'll give the bearing a bit of a spray with some inox. You can use CRC or something, because if that bearing jams up, you're in a world of hurt. You'll ruin your jig and your piece. So a bit of lube in there and you won't have that problem. Beautiful. So if you go nice and slow, you won't get all chatter marks from the bit. So yeah, go slow, then it just needs a fine sand and it'll be finished.
I look out across the water, I smell the song, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee.
So I've just decided that I'm going to concentrate mainly on this front door. After having a look at how much ply I've got for the panels for the pocket doors, I haven't got enough. So I'll save that job for another day. I'll get this put together, and then later on today I'll take it home, I'll undercoat it, and I'll start wood graining it so I can show you all that stuff. So now that I've got it all laid out and I'm happy with it, I'll measure all the gaps, make sure that it's all correct, and I'll mark it up ready to do the domino joints.
No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still hear the calling of Tennessee. Who we to know
always mark the faces. It's the easiest way to mess up if you don't.
And the fireflies at midnight, and the color of the leaves in the fall. Who are we to know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow? The sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on. Yeah, I've still got Tennessee on my mind. Yeah.
Drive the same roads every day. We both get there our own way. Thistle and an apple tree. How different two souls can be. But we both grow from the same sorrow. If we both know we'll be together tomorrow, I can be like a tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, turning to understand and sway together. Now it's almost like a dance, the rendering of stubbornness, and it just cuts us deeper through the longer I'm away from you. Yeah, we fight good, we make love better if we both know we'll be together forever. I can be like the tree in the wind, same old roots, but I can bend, learning to understand and sway together. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Yeah, we fight good, we make love better if we both know we'll be together forever. We can be like the trees in the wind, same old roots, but we can bend, learning to understand and sway together. We can be like the trees in the wind, same old roots, but we can bend, learning to understand and sway together. Till the end.
time of your life. I wanna figure out what it takes to give you everything you desire. I wanna lay beneath the stars with you in the back of my truck. I guess that this is what they call love. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now. I've been waiting on the sidelines, praying for the right time to let you know you're all I ever wanted and more. I wanna level out, order something and stay in. Put a record on, let's hide the phones and make believe the world don't exist. Let's pull up ties and take a trip to someplace new. Don't care where, as long as I have you, baby.
So these are the dominoes that I use for these doors. They're 100mm by 12mm thick, and you can't break them. They're as strong as any mortise and tenon, so I'm not worried about strength at all. I always use a stick to spread the glue inside the hole, because otherwise what you do when you knock these in, they're so tight in the hole, they just push all the glue to the bottom of the hole and they don't go all the way in, or they push the glue out the edge of the timber, the face of the timber, stuff like that. So bit of glue in there, stick, bash them in, knock it together, quick and easy.
Is all I ever wanna do. Baby, we can last forever. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now. And my love for you's insane, but I wouldn't change a thing unless you wanted me to. I'd do anything, baby. You've been driving me crazy for so long now. Well, my love for you's insane, but I wouldn't change a thing unless you wanted me to. I'd do anything for you. Slow down, mama, why you talk so mean? Good Lord, Nashville, it ain't what it seems. Got nice clothes, midnight shows, boogie down at the bar, fiddle tunes and homemade booze, but it always goes too far. Shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now and don't look back, but hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so sad? Come on now, mama, ain't nothing here so bad. You got fast cars, movie stars, party on down the street with Mary Jane, good cocaine, plenty down there to eat. You can double down, throw some dice, you can take off now, don't think twice, but hey, don't you wanna play?
So we're nearly there. I'll just check the diagonals now to make sure it's square, and then I'll brace it up.
Getting late. Come on now, mama, don't you hesitate.
1 mil out.
In my hand, well we land. I got the champagne. We can knock it back, get on track, jump on, ride this thing. Double down, roll the dice, take off now, don't think twice. Hey, don't you wanna play? Say hey.
So I'm just going to make up the collection mould for the doors, for the front door now. I'm just making it out of the hoop pine again, and I'll put a notch in it, and yeah, that's coming up pretty nice. So got a fair bit to do. I won't bore you for all of them, but I'll show you what I'm doing.
And the crazy nights, figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, I'm trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need. But there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from. Everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cool night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, cause I'm happy with the simple life.
So now I need to rebate this for the lead light. So I'm going to go 12 mil in, and I've got to allow for 8 mil for the lead light, and then a 20 mil bead. So I've got to go 28 mil deep. So I'll set up the router and we'll get that done. Before I do that, it's time for a tip. So when you're routing on timber, if you just plough through, it's a bit of a hard concept. There's pushing it and there's pulling it. So you always have the work on the left hand side. If I just push my way through that, which is the cutter cutting into it like that, it could splinter it out. So what I do, you probably saw me in the video for the door frame, run it backwards, and then I take the last little bit out going forwards, and that prevents any splits and having to redo the job. So there's my little tip for today.
Going back to my old hometown, picking up the years I leave behind. Getting in my car, I drive as memories fly by. Driving by the fields I used to run through, where you were chasing me. We were riding out under the bleachers when no one could see. Oh, sweet memories of the town I loved, but oh, it changed when you left. I keep on asking to try to settle my restless soul. Got a job that felt like forever when I met you. You made me happy, we danced through the night. Life was music and I was your wife. Time flies and the years went by, still I tried. Oh, sweet memories of a town I loved, but oh, changed when you left. I keep on asking myself in my mind, were you the one that got away? Went for the dream, but I got lost. This house I leave is nothing like us. Chased happiness and
I've got to put a glazing bead around here to hold the lead light in. So rather than cut a curved piece of timber, I just cut 4 pieces at 3mm, so that adds up to 12. And I'll glue them in, clamp it, while I put the beading in there. This can be drying and then it'll be ready to go by the time I finish doing that.
sitting in the back of your car, wishing for this road to take us far. Now I've been away too long, I'm going home. Oh, sweet memories of a town I love, but oh, changed when you left. I keep on asking myself in my mind, were you the one that got away? Sweet memories of the town I love, but oh, changed when you left. I keep on asking myself in my mind, were you the one? Were you the one?
So I add a little bit of masking tape in there before I glued it in. That way when I take the clamps off it'll just pop out. Otherwise you get one little drop of glue and it's a bugger, you got to chisel it out, you damage things. Same old story. So yeah, a little bit of tape, it'll just fall straight out. So before I put the beading in, I'm just going to run around it with the sander. Much easier to do before you get all the raised beading in there. So I just go over it with 100 grit first, and then come over it with 180, and then it's ready for paint after that.
I wanna figure out what it takes to give you everything you desire. I wanna lay beneath the stars with you in the back of my truck. I guess that this is what they call love. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now. I've been waiting.
So I've got all my beading that I cut up the other day. I've gone through and given them a light sand, and now I'll just miter them all in and nail and glue them in.
Order something and stay in. Put a record on, let's hide the phones and make believe the world don't exist. Let's pull up ties and take a trip to someplace new. Don't care where, as long as I have you. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so anything for you. Waking up next to you is all I ever want to do. Baby, we can last forever. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now. And my love for you is insane, but I wouldn't change a thing unless you.
After they're all pinned in, I just like to run around with this sponge pad. It's a fine grit, just to take off any little sharp bits and yeah, have it ready for paint.
For so long now. Well, my love for you is insane.
Another little tip for you guys, you don't need to glue this in. If you glue it in, you can have glue ooze out, leave a glue mark for if you're staining or, you know, or just clear coating it, it'll leave a stain. You don't need to. They stay in there by themselves. If you cut them right and don't have them too big, they'll just sit in there nicely. And then if you ever need to take them off for some reason, you can just get a chisel under there and pop them off. So yeah, don't glue them. There's no need for it. Okay, so it's another day on, and I'm gonna, while I'm working, I'm gonna just undercoat the frame and the door, and hopefully then I can throw it in the ute and take it home today.
But my old home, Tennessee. We don't know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, but I've still got Tennessee on my mind. From Reaper's Fork to Watertown, and maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still hear the calling of Tennessee. Who we to know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on my mind. I miss the smoke on the Cumberland and the fireflies at midnight.
Oh, hello. I thought I heard someone knocking. Well, guys, I'm going to finish this video up here. I've, as you can see, got it ready to go and install in the house. And the next video I'll put up will be of fitting it in the house. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the making of the frame in the last video, and the door and transom in this video. And if you've enjoyed it, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and press that like. It's it's going to help the channel, help me grow, and it would mean a lot and keep me motivated. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.